In this video, we'll cover how to add a new wireless network and an external wireless access point. The first thing you'll want to do is go to Protection, Wireless Networks to review, modify, or create your desired wireless network configurations. If you have a W model appliance with built-in wireless access point, you'll find a couple of wireless networks predefined, including one designed for guests and one for your main wireless network. You can either modify one of these existing wireless networks that are present or add a new one. In this video, we'll create a new wireless network. Select Add and give your wireless network a name. Note that this is not the same as the SSID people will connect to. This name is purely for reference within the XG firewall. However, I tend to name my wireless networks using the SSID for clarity. Then enter the desired SSID. This is the name of the network that is broadcast for people to connect to. Then select your security mode. We strongly suggest the latest WPA2 encryption. If you have a radius server configured for authentication, you should use Enterprise. Otherwise, choose Personal to control access with a predefined key and enter the desired passphrase, something between 8 and 63 characters. You can choose to have your wireless client traffic segmented onto a separate zone for added security, or bridge it to your access point LAN or VLAN. Assigning clients to a separate zone will require the access point and clients to have their own address range, DHCP server, and firewall rules for traffic to flow, and is therefore ideal for guests, contractors, or public Wi-Fi networks. Bridging your wireless clients to the access point LAN offers a simple solution that shares addresses with the LAN zone to which the access point is connected and does not require additional firewall rules for client traffic to flow seamlessly between wireless and wired portions of the network. It is ideal for corporate Wi-Fi, enabling both wired and wireless access to the same network. Under Advanced Settings, be sure to select AES for the encryption algorithm, unless you need the older TKIP for backwards compatibility, and then select the frequency band you wish to have this wireless network running. 5 GHz will generally provide higher performance, but may offer less range than 2.4 GHz. Check the supported bands on your wireless access point, as not all access points support both bands. On those that support both bands, you can select one frequency, the other, or both. You can then enable access to the network on a schedule or leave this unchecked to allow access anytime. Client isolation will prevent devices on the wireless network from communicating with each other. This can provide added security and privacy on guest or public networks, but is usually not desired for your corporate users. You can then select if you want to hide the SSID and enable 802.11r fast transition of devices between access points as they move around your network. This is only helpful if you have multiple access points broadcasting the same SSID. Finally, you can set up block and allow lists to control access via MAC address, which is configured under Objects, Hosts, and Services. Once your wireless network is saved, you are ready to start adding access points. In this case, we've connected an AP55 to our LAN switch, and after a few minutes, it will appear automatically in the control center. Clicking on the widget takes us to the access point configuration screen, which is also accessible via Protection, Wireless Protection, Access Points. Here we see my previous internal access point on the active list, and my newly added AP55 in the pending access point list. I can accept it here and complete the configuration. You can give your access point a label, set the country, and assign it to a group if you are managing many access points and want to control wireless network assignments at a group level. You then assign the wireless networks to the access point that you created earlier. Then you can configure the radio settings, assigning a channel or leaving it to auto-select a channel at startup. Since dynamic channel selection can be disruptive, we recommend that you leave that unchecked unless absolutely necessary. Your access point should now be live and broadcasting your SSIDs.